So San Diego Comic Con is here, and something happened that I never expected actually. There were signs and leaks and rumors that there was going to be a re-release with the Scarecrow, like in a four-pack, and now we see Condiment King, which is a completely new figure that has never been released for this Batman the Animated Series. I do think I need to address that. Todd McFarlane, I think, took over the DC Direct or DC Collectibles license because it didn't go so well for DC Direct alone. So now McFarlane is doing it. This line has so much traction from fans. These figures are hard to get at the moment, especially like Scarecrow, Mr. Freeze a little bit less. Batman and Robin are widely available, I have to say. And that's the reason that they pump these two common figures in there just to get people to purchase this entire pack for Scarecrow, either Mr. Freeze. Um, it's pretty nice that they're actually doing stuff again. They're also releasing the Bat Cycle again for $40. That's really cheap, in my opinion. I just purchased my third secondhand Bat Cycle for, I think, around 64, and my first one was 65. It's just all around the same price, but I mean, this is just $40. I don't know if the figure is included anymore. That's why I doubted that the price is only going to be 40. Maybe they will not include the figure, but I do think so because it will just be a straight up re-release of the Bat Cycle. But really cool to see this trend of them re-releasing figures. I don't really care that much anymore about the pricing. I mean, I sold Scarecrows, which I bought in bundles to get the rare figures for myself, and then I already had a Scarecrow, so I sold my Scarecrow for like 250 and a Two-Face for 250. But I've also had a Two-Face loose that I sold for like $15, not knowing that it's gonna be a rare figure. So the value just doesn't matter anymore. And yeah, they're probably gonna lower because this is going to be coming out. And there's also been leaks of a Alfred coming out, but San Diego Comic Con is not over. Maybe they're going to be showing more. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's nice. Condiment King, a new figure, but we can do many, many more. From like just from what I'm seeing on the Facebook group, Batman the Animated Series collectors Facebook group, it's a little bit of positive and negative. A lot of people are complaining that we're getting re-releases and they don't want it, and the skill is off, and that they have to purchase the Batman and Robin again in order to get a new figure like Condiment King. And some people are really happy because Scarecrow, a pretty rare figure at the moment, one of the rarest figures of the line, that they are actually happy to just purchase this entire pack, because I think this entire pack would be cheaper to purchase than you get a Scarecrow. And I think if you would not re-release this pack, then this entire price would be the same as just for the Scarecrow figure on the secondhand market. But yeah, there's tons to do, and I'm just like a little bit calculating. I am 28 at the moment, and how long is it gonna take for them to keep releasing this? And just in scale of a Justice League Unlimited line, it means a variety of characters. I really do hope that even though we're getting this, everybody's getting really picky in what they want. I hope they're gonna do more Batman Beyond stuff. I love the art of that, and yeah, also like Mask of the Phantasm figures, but that's a far stretch, really a stretch. But I am curious what you guys think about the animated series line, because this was pronounced dead for like two times already, I think. And then they just did the re-releases with Bullock in the four pack, and the Joker, Batman, and Robin. So I can understand it means of a speed or efficiency perspective that you want to get all the figures before you're like 40 or something. I don't know. But most of these figures are probably going to be either multi-packs like this, releasing with older figures, maybe just with some cell shading. But yeah, that could really influence the speed of new figures coming out, because here's just one new figure, but with a rare figure, a little less rare figure, and then two common figures. But what if they just did like the entire pack with new figures? They could just sell 5 figures at a time, and people can, yeah, just pick and choose then which figures they want to keep, but they do have to make the purchase. So what else is really interesting is DC Multiverse is doing it's 7-inch scale. I understand that, but I saw that the 6 pack was going to be releasing for the Batman and for the Batman figure. So like movie figures, they included a bat signal with that, which I think is pretty weak. Really low effort product. But this is actually gold. This is my Batman. I used to see these VHS tapes in my local toy stores, and I think this was the first VHS that I watched with a Batman movie on it. I could mimic this entire movie because I've watched it so much. And a friend of mine had all the toys from the Kenner days, and this cloning looks really good. And it means of just these figures, you only if you don't like the head sculpts, I mean, there's a market, an entire market for this, and you can bet your ass that people are going to be doing custom head sculpts for each of these. So the hopes for this is that it's going to be a continuation for the other 90s figures like Batman Forever. I don't like the Batman Forever head sculpt on the 6-inch or like the 7-inch DC Multiverse line. But again, there's a big market for this with custom head sculpts, and there's a lot of people who 3D print everything, customize it, make it all the way perfect. And I think if you would just chop off all the heads of these figures and you would look at them in figure form, that they're probably as good as can get for this price point. And if you want something else, like waiting for a Mesco release of these type of figures, then you can wait for a long, long time. And maybe like just as the Mesco treatment for the 89, that's probably never going to happen for this, especially in this range. So I will definitely settle for this, even though I don't like the DC Multiverse figures as much anymore. But this is fantastic product.